everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Claire Point Podcast with me, Randy Prizzle. How you guys all doing out there? Everything good? Shui, crispy, RE. But before we start the podcast, I just wanted to say rest in peace to James Earl Jones. Obviously, you know James Earl Jones from The Lion King, where he did the voice for Mufasa. We also obviously want to extend our condolences to his family. I'm saying we, I mean me, generally myself, send my condolences to his family. He also starred in Star Wars, being Darth Vader in the early Star Wars. That's back in the 70s. So big up to him. Rest in peace to him. And he also did star in Coming to America as well. So I can't forget that. That's a classic there as well. So rest in peace to James Earl Jones. Passed away obviously just yesterday. The news broke yesterday that he passed away at 93. So thoughts and condolences are with his family during this difficult time. All right, we are here at the podcast. Let's get on to it. So this week, there really isn't any Premier League action, so we're not going to go into that. There was international, but I generally don't give a fuck about internationals. I'm not going to lie to you. Couldn't give a shit about it. Don't care about this United Nations League or whatever it's called. Fuck that. So, what we're here for this week, on this episode of the podcast this week, we're going to go into some random questions. We're going to go into some deep, dirty questions. And we're also going to go and talk about some Samurai Jack and obviously AEW's All Out pay-per-view that happened on Saturday. So let's get into all of that and let's break it down like Degeneration. Break it down. Degenerate. You're so ain't cool. We do that, boy. Yeah. All of that. But yeah. Anyways, let's get on to the first thing of the segment of this podcast is the funny questions. So we get onto the first one. What is your favorite smell? I mean, my favorite smell, chicken. I love the smell of chicken. Can't get enough of chicken. That's cooked chicken, that is, not when they're running around on the farm and all that. No, they stink. You know what I mean? But generally, when obviously the chicken is getting made and done and the juices are flowing, it's been seasoned right. Wash your meat, people. Some people out there don't wash their meat. I'm not trying to eat nutty meat. People don't season their meats very well and don't obviously wash it with salt and vinegar. Do you know what I mean? And some lemon as well. Some people don't do them things. And listen, that's peak out there. Do you know what I mean? And people that find you around to their house, they don't even wash their meat properly or season their chicken properly. I've got a problem with you. Do you know what I mean? I really have a problem with you. Do you know what I mean? Sort your shit out, wash your fucking chicken and cook it properly. And all that flipping just white meats. The meat needs to look dark. Do you know what I mean? Season properly and that. People don't know how to season their meats properly. And that's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. It's a cheat. But anyways, let's move on to the next one. Have you ever gone a day without wearing underwear? I think there was a day. That day was when I was younger, when I was around my auntie's house. That was one of the most uncomfortable feelings ever, because obviously I didn't have my underwear at that period of time. I think I must have forgotten them at home. So that period of time, it was peak, you know what I mean? Washed during the night and I had no underwear. I had to try and go to sleep in these trousers that were very uncomfortably getting in between my knackers. Do you know what I mean? They weren't really letting the package settle. They were making the package do the swing around thing, like it was on a roundabout or a merry-go-round. Do you know what I mean? Just doing the roundabout stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like the helicopter and that, all of that. Do you know what I mean? But it was so uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? But it was my own damn fault. Do you know what I mean? I forgot my pants, boxer briefs. I used to wear pants when I was younger back in the days, so that's generally what it was. It was pants, but it was what it was. It was one of the most uncomfortable feelings. From then on, I said, do not ever forget your boxer brief or pants again. If you do, you're gonna have to go commando, like the film. Do you know what I mean? Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're gonna wear nothing on. You get the commando. Nothing. You get to wear that. You look really nasty. You know, you can't move and that. But yeah, that's what's gonna be. Not gonna be nice. Do you know what I mean? Deep down, you got all that crotch and that. Do you know what I mean? You dig up your ass. Do you know what I mean? All of that. But yeah, you got problems there, and that's generally what it is for me. I cannot do Commando anymore. I can watch the film, do you know what I mean, with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I cannot do the Commando stuff anymore. Allow it. It's so uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, next one we go to. What do you think will be your last word would be? Like obviously if I was to go, last words would be, it is what it is, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Or just tell my family I love them. I guess that's probably what it's got to be, innit? And that's generally what it would have to be. So yeah, I'd go with that. Let's move on to the next one. That one was a bit grim, wasn't it? But it is what it is. Grim like the Reaper and that.
37 seconds later.
What is that you keep wanting to smell despite the fact that it doesn't smell particularly good? Keep wanting to smell but doesn't smell good. That's a tough one, because there's nothing that really comes to my mind that smells good, that doesn't smell good but you want to keep smelling. I guess, you know, when a girl does a nice fart, it's mad to say that, but you know, one of them, I don't know, when you do them kind of like, not say belly rumbling ones, but ones that are kind of like a small little whiff that kind of gives it a mad undertone of like some onions or something. This is mad. This is just something that's coming to my brain right now. It's just floated in there. I don't know why, but it has. So I'm just gonna roll with it. You know what I mean? Generally what it is. So yeah, I guess I like when someone's eating like a brioche or something that's kind of sweet, strawberries or something, or like an apple or cinnamon. I don't know. And then they've laid a fart off or something, and you get that smell of like a sort of bakery or something like that. But then there's the aftertone afterwards of like the actual stinkiness coming through. It is what it is. Right, this is just what's come to my mind. My mind's playing tricks on me, as the song said. This doesn't mean I like to smell farts. It doesn't. But that's just generally something that just came to mind. I said, if there's like a nice sort of aromatic sort of thing, then yeah. Oh, there's one. I don't usually like the smells of like very pungent, you could say after sprays. So sometimes when people spray those sprays in the toilet and they overspray it in the toilet, and that can get to my throat. So generally, just ignore what I said about the bum farts and that. I don't. It's something that came to mind. I thought maybe that's something that I could roll with, but no. I think definitely air fresheners, but more of a pungent air fresheners that get to your throat. So yeah, count that out. Joey, that's what it will be for me. So, what secret conspiracy would you like to actually start letting other people know? Well, I think people know that it generally is, well, I think everybody knows about, majority of people know about government, you know what I mean? Don't really care too much about people, obviously, in different areas and that. Not much funding for people who are in need. So then people, I generally say, it is what it is, you know. I'd say the government, you know. But I think that's, people generally know that, or they should know it. So, all right, I guess we'll come to the last one. If you can still remember, what are your funniest childhood memories? I think for me, funniest ones. Plain wrestling. Plain wrestling. Um, that was fun. I don't know if it was funny. Getting dropped on your head or getting the move done to you wasn't funny, but it was a lot of fun. So, funny stuff. There's not really much I can remember that was funny, but fun. Different story, I guess. But yeah, roll with that. All right, that's that from the random questions, funny ones. We're going to move on. Let's have a little chat on Samurai Jack. So, Samurai Jack, obviously, if people don't know, it's an animation and it's something that really is close to me generally. I got into Samurai Jack obviously because of watching Cartoon Network, and it used to come in Cartoon Network, and Samurai Jack used to be that show. I used to watch it late at nights. It used to come on. I didn't manage to watch all the episodes, let's say, back to back. I watched one and I missed one, or probably watched one and I missed one, so it was generally like that. What Samurai Jack was for me was like, the thing that drew me into it was the action. No doubt about it, but I loved the old school animation style, hand drawn. Do you know what I mean? I thought it was incredible. When you put that together with the flash animation as well, and how it all came out about and worked itself out, I thought this is incredible. Do you know what I mean? The person who did this is amazing. Genndy Tartakovsky is an incredible animator. Well, in terms of obviously him directing this and producing this, so he's done a wonderful job. I am watching reruns of them. I think I've watched them before. I'm watching them again. It's one of those that I can never get tired of watching because it's just that damn good. Do you know what I mean? People who haven't watched Samurai Jack before, I would say go and watch it. And people say, where can I watch it? I can't really tell you because I know where I'm watching it and I can't really say on here where I'm watching it. So, but yeah, I would definitely say find somewhere that shows it and go and watch it. So it's well worth a watch. Big up to Samurai Jack. Big up to Genndy Tartakovsky. And obviously people know him for doing Dexter's Lab as well. He was also someone who did others, which I can't remember off the top of my brain, but definitely well worth a watch. You know, Primal as well. Primal's something that came quite recently, 2020. Is really good as well. Animation, kind of deep. Stars a caveman getting to know a dinosaur, and they kind of go on an adventure together, which is kind of mad, but it generally works. It tugs at the heartstrings. It again is one of them old school style of like flash animation, so it's well worth a watch. That one, and obviously Samurai Jack, you know, incredible. I loved it from start to finish. Yeah, man, the final season was pretty sad, you know, for Jack. It was pretty sad for him, but overall, nothing can beat that. I think in terms of where I would say, for me, it's one of them old school classic animations, and I'll put it up there with some of the best that I've seen. So for me, Samurai Jack is easily a 10 for me. I can't see anything wrong with Samurai Jack, and for me, it's one of the best animation series I've watched. So if people don't know the time frame it came out, I think it was around the 2006 or 8 area, around that time, and I think it finished around 2018, 19. So well worth checking out and well worth looking into if you've never seen Samurai Jack. Yeah, brilliant. I'm just reminiscing about all the good times of Samurai Jack, watching Samurai. Long ago in the distant land, I, Aku, master of darkness, unleashed an unspeakable evil. Then a foolish samurai warrior, step forth to oppose me. Before the final blow was struck, I tore open a porthole in time and flung him into the future, where my evil is law. Now the fool seeks to return to the past and undo the future that is Aku. Watch out. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna stop because you'll be like, what the hell? But hey, this is generally me. Sorry about the background noise. I'm not alone. It's just the things that I'm going through. Alright, we're gonna move on now to come to some dirty questions. So take dirty questions for me, send dirty questions. Send dirty questions for me, send dirty questions. That would be the theme for that. But anyways, so because obviously no football this week, generally just internationals, and I told you I don't give a shit about internationals, so we're going to have some dirty questions in its place. Now these are going to be probably a bit wild, do you know what I mean? You're probably going to know a lot about Randy's probably a nature of potential freakiness if Randy has that, so we're going to find that out. So we'll come to this one. Would you rather be blindfolded or gagged? Ooh. Well, I mean, listen, if it's me and the lady, of course, blindfold me. You know what I mean? Make me wonder. Make me sweat. Make me holler. Make me lose my breath. All of that, do you know what I mean? So, the gagging thing, no. No, don't put anything around my mouth. No, I don't want that. I don't like that. It's a deep invasion of privacy to put something in my mouth like that. No. Only thing that can go in my mouth, titties. Titties, my damn mouth. Be good, you know what I mean? All of that, do you know what I mean? All on the late titty carcas and all of that, do you know what I mean? Just having, you know, the full on breast experience, do you know what I'm saying? Chicken breasts and all that, do you know what I mean? Sizzling and all of them things. But yeah. Next thing. Would you rather walk around your office or school all day with your favourite porn category labelled on your forehead, or have a vivid sex dream about your boss and have to tell them and the rest of your team about it in detail at the next board meeting? Well, I don't work at the point of time, so I guess we'll probably go with my old boss. She wasn't a bad looker, so, you know, and the old team that I used to work with, there wasn't much of them, so I think I'd go with the sex dream, the boss, do you know what I mean? So, big up to you, boss lady, so, you know, yeah, go with that. Alright, next one. Would you rather only have vanilla sex or only have BDSM sex? BDSM. Yeah. It'd have to be the BDSM. Vanilla will get bored after a while. You'd just be like, planking again. Jeez Louise. No. BDSM. Alright. This one, would you rather have anal sex every day or a threesome every time you have sex? Threesome. Obviously, it's two women for me. There's no negotiating with anything else. If it's with a man, then listen, anything was putting it up my rectum area, it's a no for me. No chance. Yeah, a doctor put their finger up there, and that was because there was issues going on there that the doctor needed to check, and even that was uncomfortable. And that was the one and only time. That's never going to happen. You say, well, you never say never. No, I'm saying never. Yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? No. 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 This is no chance. No. No chance. That's what you got me. All of that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, next one. Would you rather only be able to have sex once a year with the same partner, or only be able to have one night stands for the rest of your life? One night stands. One night stands. Yeah. Like the Mystique song, you know what I mean? My one night stand. You know what I mean? Move to the floor, help me get down. Ding ding. First round, hands on my hips and the start twist. First place, let's chase stations, salvation, moderation, my one night stand. All of that. Do you know what I mean? Right. Come to the last one. As I said, noises out there, people them doing the Rough Riders thing, DMX and that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. Stop! Drop! Shut it out, open up shop! Whoa! No! That's a Rough Riders roll! And think will be what? And the be what? And what? See what? All of that. But yeah. Said, would you rather always have sex in the dark or always have sex with a light on? Lights. Yeah, lights. 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 Okay, the last one we'll come to. Would you rather watch strangers having sex or have strangers watching you have sex? Strangers. Yeah, strangers. I'd rather watch strangers. No, I want no one watching me. No. That's grim. I wouldn't even want to watch myself. That's grim. No. Yeah. Strangers watching them. It has to be obviously a man and a woman or two women for me. 100%. So yeah. Alright. And that's that with these random dirty questions. So, got some dirty questions for you. Got some dirty questions. Got some dirty questions for you. Got some dirty questions. Questions. Yes. And that's that. So we now are going to brush on the last and final thing. Before that, all that was discussed, you know what I mean? The dirty questions, the random questions, Samurai Jack. What are your thoughts on them? You can put your comments below. Keep it to yourself. Last thing, obviously, just to touch on Rebel Ridge. Obviously, I've watched that. It's available on Netflix for the people out there who've not seen it. Well worth a watch. Go and check it out. You can check out all my little info and what I thought about it right here on the Randy Prizzle channel under the screen point. The latest episode is there. So go and check it out. Click on the Randy Prizzle sign there and then you can go onto the episode before this one and then you could see the screen point and boom, it should be there. Alright, let me stop the waffling on and move on now to AEW All Out. Now, AEW All Out was a decent event. I don't think it was better, obviously, than All In, but I thought it was still a decent event. Thoroughly enjoyable. I mean, craziest spots of the nights and matches. You know what I mean? Obviously, two last matches were the craziest, but I enjoyed the Willow Street fight with Chris Statlander. Thought that was very good. Daniel Bryson again versus Jack Perry was alright. It was decent. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was decent. You know what I mean? Good match. Didn't think it really went over the top, but it was decent still. But Hangman Page versus Swerve Strickland match was insane. Brilliant match. Thoroughly enjoyable. Obviously, the end of the Bryan Danielson thing that happened with the I was about to say BBC. Man, with the BCC was crazy. Insane. I think obviously you could spot that coming a mile off, but it was still insane to see that. But cool indeed. I kind of had a feeling the turn was going to happen. I thought maybe Moxley would turn on the rest of them, but they turned with Moxley on Bryan Danielson. You know what I mean? So crazy indeed. the event as a whole was decent. So above all, I'd give it about 7.7. Yeah, 7.74. All out for me. And that's it, guys. That's my little review and all of that. Now, what do you think of AEW All Out, wrestling fans out there? If you're watching, what do you think? Put your comments on that. Keep it to yourself. And that's it. I've come to the end of the podcast. So before that, all the thoughts, dirty questions, wild. But yeah, I guess you know a bit more dirty stuff about me now. So take a dirty picture. I gotta make it dirty for you, don't I? So I'm trying to think what can be dirty. I don't know. There you go, snap. So you had your moment to snap. It's gone now. So let's move on from that. And the random questions as well. Your thoughts on that? You know, random. These are things I like about random questions. Samurai Jack. Have you seen Samurai Jack? I think it's epic. What are you guys' thoughts on it? It's a brilliant series. It's wonderful to watch. One of the best animation series I've seen. Rebel Ridge. Have you guys seen it? Do you want to see it? It's available on Netflix. And that's that. Cool. So I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you for tuning into this episode. Big up yourselves. You know, we usually do it when we finish. It's peace, love, unity, and you're either all in or clear out.